John Cena is now a heel in WWE, and today I was considering doing a fantasy booking video about how I would personally book John Cena's heel run, but my brain is still fried from it happening, and quite frankly, I just don't even know where this is going to go. So instead, I decided to leave it up to the robots, and I got ChatGPT to book John Cena's retirement tour. So a little bit of background information for this, right? I gave it all the up-to-date knowledge and information about what happened at the Elimination Chamber and all of that, so it's all up to date, and I asked it to book a match for each pay-per-view in the lead-up to John Cena's retirement event in December 2025. We kick things off with one which is already announced, of course, WrestleMania 41, Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against John Cena. Now, this out of the gate is just dead confusing, because it makes it sound like John Cena loses and Cody Rhodes wins, but then it says John Cena steals the title and becomes the real WWE champion? I mean, out of the gate, I'm completely confused. And yeah, from here, John Cena basically just becomes champion, right? So it is official at this point, and he goes on to defend it as champion, and we don't hear for Cody Rhodes again for a few months. We'll get onto that. But very, very weird out of the gates. But in May at the Backlash PLE, John Cena does defend the championship against Seth Rollins. Now, this is a match which I personally really do hope we get to see on John Cena's retirement tour, especially now that he is a heel. After all, Seth Rollins did technically help John Cena win the Elimination Chamber when he stomped on CM Punk's head. Now, of course, the intention there wasn't to try and help Cena, but it was just to cost CM Punk. But how will Seth Rollins feel about John Cena joining The Rock? I'm sure he won't be too happy about it. So after WrestleMania, once this Roman Reigns CM Punk stuff is all done for Seth Rollins, I would love to see him have a feud with John Cena. Now, it says John Cena wins via cheating using brass knuckles and a Rock interference. So this all makes sense. This pay-per-view, I'd love to see it. Understandable ending, moves on. That's fine. But from here, I would guess that, Seth Rollins would go on to face John Cena again. But nope, he gives up, the feud's over, it's done. Instead, at King and Queen of the Ring, it's John Cena versus Randy Orton one last time. Now, I rather controversially have said that during Cena's retirement tour, I don't really want to see him face too many of his old rivals. I want new and fresh matches, and a big reason for that is a lot of the older matches that he had won't be as good as they once were. For example, John Cena and CM Punk. Both of them can still go in the ring, but they can only really go at a really high level for small bursts. That's why their exchange in the Elimination Chamber was so perfect. They only had to go for about 5 minutes, and they were able to go full pace, and it was excellent. But if you put Punk and Cena in a 25-minute match now, honestly, for about 15 minutes of it, they'll be gassed on the floor. I mean, I'm not sure if people have really noticed this, because not too many people are really talking about it, or at least from what I've seen, but CM Punk in his last few matches against Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn, in both of those matches, he's needed large periods of recovery time during the matches, right? He's in the corner trying to get his breath back, and that's understandable at that age. But yeah, I don't want to see a 20 to 25 minute match between John Cena and CM Punk, between John Cena and AJ Styles even. But one old rival I do want to see Cena face is Randy Orton. And the reason for that is their careers have overlapped so many times, right? So this is the one nostalgia trip I do want to take on Cena's retirement tour. So you know what? I agree with the AI again here. Cena then cheats with an eye poke and a low blow, and Cena beats Orton down post-match. So of course, after John Cena beats down Randy Orton, well, I would have at least thought it was a safe presumption to say that they'd have a rematch at Money in the Bank, but nope. At Money in the Bank, Cena defends against LA Knight. Now, this is a match which I do think a lot of people want to see. Personally, I'm not the biggest LA Knight fan, but I think this would be an enjoyable feud. And after all, they did team together for a little bit in Cena's 2023 run, so it would make sense that LA Knight has an issue with John Cena turning to the dark side. And this time, once again, The Rock gets involved and helps John Cena get the W. But then for SummerSlam, well, LA Knight does get a rematch. The first match on this retirement tour, which isn't a one-off. And once again, Cena defeats Knight. And once again, The Rock helps. And after the match, The Rock and Cena brutally take out LA Knight and injure him, meaning that he's out of action for weeks. My question is John Cena versus LA Knight a big enough match for SummerSlam? A big marquee SummerSlam as well? I believe the first two-night SummerSlam. Personally, to me, no, it isn't. But again, I'm just not the biggest LA Knight fan. So maybe, the comments I'm sure will come at me for this one. But I'm not really that interested in seeing this, especially for two pay-per-views. A one-off and a B pay-per-view, such as Money in the Bank, sure, but not again at SummerSlam. But a match that I do want to see will happen, well, according to the AI, at Clash in Paris, and that is John Cena versus Gunther. Now, Gunther is somebody who is absolutely incredible at adjusting to his opponent's style. So no matter if, Cena was 10 years older and he was really, really, washed or whatever you want to say, Gunther, I'm still sure, would be able to carry him to a great match. But this Cena versus Gunther, I think, would be a bit of a banger. So I definitely do want to see it on Cena's retirement tour. Of course, there is a little bit of an issue, and that is that they are both heels. Now, of course, this is in Europe, so maybe they root for Gunther. I'm going to be honest, I'm not entirely sure if that's going to happen, but maybe. But the AI says that John Cena does win and then starts to question The Rock's leadership. Very interesting, because it never says that The Rock and Cena actually break up, according to the AI, at all during this. So I don't understand why it's put that, and I don't really understand any of it. But before we go any further, if you guys could like and subscribe, that would be massively appreciated. Here at Wrestling Republic, we create between 5 to 10 free videos every single week, and in addition to that, we have a live daily stream every single day at 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. I hope to see you guys there. Thank you. But anyway, after that bang, we move on to Crown Jewel, Saudi Arabia, October, where John Cena takes on an old friend of his and a little bit of an old rival in Rey Mysterio. I say rival, I mean, it wasn't really a rivalry, was it? They just had a few matches and it was all very, very friendly. But this is the first time where the AI actually starts to make a little bit of sense, because Cena does win the match, understandably so, and retains his title, but post-match, Cena starts beating up Rey Mysterio, and out comes Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and an LA Knight returning from injury to make the save. So this is the first time that any of this actually feels connected. And this leads to Team Cena and The Rock versus Team Cody in a 5 versus 5 War Games match at Survivor Series. So on Team Cody, it is Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, LA Knight, and Rey Mysterio. Team Cody makes a whole lot of sense. As for Team Cena and Rock, I wish I could say the same thing. It's The Rock, obviously, John Cena, obviously, versus Solo Sikoa, Austin Theory, and Finn Balor. I can't get my head around this one. I mean, the one part of it I do like is Austin Theory teaming with John Cena, right? Because Austin Theory has become so stale ever since he beat John Cena. So for him to actually join Cena and The Rock and join that faction, I think it would help out his career massively. So I would be in favor of that. Why Finn Balor is there, I have no idea. Why Solo Sikoa is there, I don't really know either. Obviously, there's ties with The Rock, so you could do that. But it still just feels so awfully random. But I guess we're only seeing, pay-per-view to pay-per-view matches here. So maybe there's more context which we're missing, which the AI just hasn't told us. Also, the AI hasn't really understood the difference between a 5 versus 5 elimination and a 5 versus 5 War Games match. Because it says the final two is Cody versus Cena, and Cody pins Cena to eliminate him, meaning that Cody's team wins War Games. So we'll ignore the elimination part and just pretend it said Cody pins Cena, because then that does make sense. Because Cena's final match at his retirement event will be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Cena's last match ever, he's trying to retire with the belt, but Cody Rhodes wants to stop him. and does. So Cody ends up winning the belt back at his final match. Honestly, I would love this. Here's the thing, I do personally think that John Cena's actually going to turn face again before his retirement event, because no way are we going to have one of the biggest legends in WWE history going out as a heel losing in their final match. I could see him as a face losing his final match, but as a heel, no way. But I do like the idea behind Cody winning it back, I do guess. Right, so to conclude, AI can't book wrestling, again like we found it in the last AI video I did, but I mean this is just appalling. There's some great matches that I would quite like to see, but the booking surrounding it makes no sense. John Cena technically never actually won the title, he just stole it, and apparently Solo Sikoa, Austin Theory and Finn Balor are in the faction for some reason as well. And not only that, but there's just like no follow-up matches other than the LA Knight one. And I guess Cody. Yeah, so this sucked. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Clearly, Triple H's job is in no danger from AI, robots, Elon Musk's robots taking over him anytime soon. But yeah, if you guys could like and subscribe, that would be massively appreciated. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!